Hi, and welcome back to the challenge. Today, we're here with the whole Yoga with Tim crew. This is Stacy. She's the behind the scenes person. So all the good filming that you guys are enjoying. And then this is Ollie. He's just, I don't know what he's doing. He's hanging out though, some of the time. Walking around, barking and stuff. Okay, so today we're gonna work on back bends. And we talked just a little bit about how important elongation is, how the tendency is for the path of least resistance. In yoga, we say that the tendency towards tamas, and we have to start to rise above that. So what that looks like is our posture wants to be like this all the time. And then when we're in the pose, we tend to take that into the pose too. This type of feeling. Okay, I'm just going to twist like this. I'm going to back bend like that. And first we have to get things to wake up first before we can move into those poses. And we want to keep that idea. So that's it. Let's begin today's practice lying down on the back. Take cactus arms, plant your feet onto the mat. And so this is a great way to let the tension in the shoulders and the chest kind of open up, melt open. Let the tension in your neck release. Let your hips descend. And then we're going to do a couple of knee swivels. So take your feet over to the right. Take your feet the width of the mat first, and then let your knees fall over to the right as you turn your nose to the left. Inhale, come back to center with your nose and your knees. Exhale to the other side. Inhale it back to center. Exhale, change sides. Inhale back to center. Exhale, change sides. Inhale, come back to center. Hug your right knee into your chest. Stretch your left leg out along the ground. Push out through your heel. And then naturally your leg's just going to want to kind of hang out. So rotate the thigh inward till your knee points straight up. Push out through your heel. Grow your leg out of your low back. Change legs. Hug your left knee into your chest. Push to the heel. Roll the inner thigh down. Hug both knees into your chest. Roll yourself up to seated. Come onto your hands and your knees. Cat-cow. Tip your sit bones up towards the sky or ceiling, and then one vertebra at a time start to roll the spine into a back bend. And then again from the buttocks, now tuck the buttocks under and round your back one vertebra at a time. Head and neck, last thing to move. Inhale into the back bend, into extension with the spine. And exhale into flexion. Buttocks under, round, up through the spine. Now do it one more time, but slow down your breath and see if you can link your breath with your movement. So at the very end of the inhalation is when you'll be in the full range in the back bend. And then as you exhale, you'll flow with the breath, seeing if you can slow the breath down to increase the range of motion. Then come back into neutral, and we'll take that lesson using the breath. Inhale your right arm forward and your left leg back behind you, but pretend like I put a cup of coffee on your sacrum lower back right here. Don't let your hips twist. Don't let your ribs twist. Then exhale, bring your elbow and your knee towards each other. Use the full exhalation, nice and slow, to draw in. And as you inhale, reach back out, but don't let your middle drop. Keep the front body lifted. Exhale, bring the elbow and knee towards each other. Inhale, reach it out. One more time, exhale, the elbow knee towards each other. Inhale, reach it out. And just notice how much control and stability and fluidity Stacy moves with. Try to be more like Stacy, okay? Lower your hand and your knee down. No, it's just a good model to look towards. Change sides. Take your left arm forward and your right leg back. So she stays stabilize from the core, holding the arm and the leg. The spine is elongated instead of just hunching. Exhale the elbow and the knee towards each other. Inhale to stretch back out. Exhale the elbow and knee towards each other. Inhale to stretch back out. Last one. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, reach out. Good, then lower your hand and your knee down. Curl your toes under and stretch back into your first downward dog. So as you push down into your hands, Stacy's doing a little turn out of her hands, which is a good idea to help to get the external rotation in your arms. So you want your biceps to turn out. The reference point is the bicep when I say internal and external rotation for the arms. So as you spin your biceps out, push into your hands, and then spread from your shoulder blades, reach into the pinky fingers. Now Stacy's very flexible. She could just sink her chest towards her thighs and the floor, but that's not something that you want to do. Instead, when we practice the repetition in downward dog and Vinyasa yoga, we're more just trying to stabilize instead of sink into the shoulder joint. So feel the space, the length, the opening. And then, as you press down through your toe mounds, start to draw your thigh bones up and back. And reach your chest into your hands at the same time. Inhale into plank pose. Ollie, don't drink that. Ollie. And then stretch back into downward facing dog. It's like rainwater. Don't do that. Inhale into plank pose. If Ollie starts vomiting and getting diarrhea, we're going to have to... And stretch back into downward facing dog. Inhale into plank. Don't look at me like that. You're not supposed to... You know you're not supposed to do that. Exhale into down dog. Good. Reach into the hands. Draw your thighs, hips up and back. Then walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. With a little bend in your knees, take your feet outer hip distance apart, so wider than you normally would, and let your head drop. Now you can bend the knees as significantly as you need to let the pelvis tip over. Allow for that opening to come, movement to happen. Then reach down into your feet and come up to stand. Okay, now we're going to imagine for just a moment, this is going to be important for this class, that the front of your pelvis is an empty bowl. And the buttocks is like the bottom of the bowl. So it's a bowl, but it's turned this way. We'll just use this visualization for today. Now, as you breathe in, I want you to imagine you could scoop your empty bowl energy from your pelvis up the front of your spine, up into your heart. And as you exhale, you're going to push from the buttocks and the hips down into the heels. Your weight is stacked over your ankles, your shoulders, your ears, back against the wall type feeling. Okay, now take your arms forward, straight out in front of you. And then to take your arms up, you're going to scoop from that pelvic bowl. So it's not empty anymore. Now it's filled with energy to raise the arms. Draw the pelvic energy up into the hands. Feel the heat from the pelvis fill up into the hands. Firm your buttocks into your heels. And then lean your head back slightly, join your palms together, and lift your outer shoulder blades up into your hands. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, come into a flat back, slide your hands up your shins and stretch your chest forward. Exhale, plant your hands and step back into a plank position. Now remember, if down dog or plank ever aggravates your wrist, you just do it with knees down until you start to build strength and stamina. Holding in this position, bring your right knee up to your right elbow. Stay long in your plank. Keep your collarbones broad. Change legs. Bring your left knee to your left elbow. Change legs. Right knee to right elbow. Change legs. Left knee to left elbow. Practicing keeping your pelvis stable. Wake up your spine muscles. Stay long. Stretch that leg back. Lower onto your belly. Stretch your arms all the way forward. Reach back through all 10 toes. Roll your outer thighs down until your knees point straight down to the floor. Now remember that pelvic contents, the heat from the front of the pelvis. I want you to draw it up the front of your spine, up into your heart, and then bend your elbows back into cactus position. Keep your head down at first. Firm your hips and buttocks towards your heels. But your groins should soften up to the ceiling, like I tied helium balloons to them. They can release upward. Now reach your arms straight back, and from the front of the pelvic lift your shoulders, head, chest up off the floor. Hold there. Firm the buttocks to the feet. Reach back through all 10 of your toes. Stretch the toenails. Lower your chest down and press up onto hands and knees, but pretend like you're wearing a corset. Keep your middle in as you push up. Good. Stretch back into downward dog. This time we're going to pick up the pace a little bit. Walk your feet all the way forward to the front of your mat. As you inhale, find a flat back, slide the hands up the shins. Exhale to fold forward, Uttanasana. Press down through all four corners of your feet and come up to stand. Lift up from the front of the pelvis, but keep reaching the buttocks into the heels. And exhale, arms to your side, Samasthiti. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, find a flat back, get length. Step back into plank position. Right knee to right elbow, keep your middle in. Change, left knee to left elbow. Change, right knee to right elbow. Last one, left knee to left elbow. Stretch that leg back and lower onto your belly. Reach your arms forward, mobilizing the shoulders. Reach through your toes, get length. Bend elbows back into cactus position. Hover the hands up above the floor so you're turning on the muscles in the back of your armpits and shoulders, like you're trying to press the hands up towards the ceiling to rotate more. Then lift the shoulders, head, chest up as you stretch your arms straight back, but scoop up the heat that's in the bowl of the pelvis. There's heat in there, in case you didn't know. This is the fire of the pelvis, as we say, energetic from the chakras down there. Draw the belly up towards your heart, and then lower your chest down. Press up onto hands and knees, or straight up into plank if you have the ability. Glide back into downward facing dog. Now for this round, raise your right leg up behind you. Push into your hands even. Exhale, bring your knee to your chest. Pull up in plank. Round your back. And step your foot lightly up by your thumb. Then drop your back knee slowly. Bring your hands to your right knee and upright yourself. Now, when you come up, your pelvis, the front of your pelvis, will just want to stay sinking to the floor. So draw the heat from your pelvic bowl up, and it fills your chest like a hot air balloon. Think of it like that. Okay, now we're doing a new, it's not a bowl anymore, it's the basket from the hot air balloon, just pulling that heat up. Then take your left arm up to the sky, but from your pelvic bowl, raise the left arm. Good, then put your left hand down on the inside of your foot, curl your back toes under, lift your back knee, and then as you push down with your right hand into your right knee, start to turn your chest. But remember, the more that you twist, your body's want to go back to this position. So can you wake up your spine muscles like I drew a line down the center of your mat, lengthen your tail back and your crown forward through it. Then spin your ribs and take your right arm up to the sky. Now set your right hand back down and then set up your back foot for warrior one. So the back foot comes a little closer and you turn the toes in a little more than 45 degrees. You stretch the heel bone down, even if you have to bring the foot a little closer to get the heel down. Now, same things in mountain pose. You're going to lift up from the pelvis into the chest, but then reach from your hips and buttocks to your back heel. Now come up right up through the midline. Don't let yourself lean right or left. Raise your arms. Now instead of palms together, we're going to do a thumb hook. Cross the thumbs over, pull, and then lift up from your outer blades. Now Stacy's going slow so she can keep lifting up the front of the pelvis. The pelvis will want to sink the other way. Draw that energy up, reach buttocks into the heel, and keep your back leg strong. Now last part, see if you can lunge just a little deeper, but at the same time, like I put my knee into your thoracic spine, your middle upper back, and pushed it up into your hands, go up. Hands back down to the mat, step back. Hold in your plank pose, or do an optional chaturanga push-up. This is only for people with strong upper body strength. Lift back up, strong upper body strength, that doesn't make sense. Glide back into downward facing dog. I'll think of something better for the next time. We'll edit this out, hopefully. Raise your left leg up. We don't ever edit anything out. Raise your leg up, push into your hands. And exhale, pull up, knee to your chest, lift. Step your foot up lightly by your thumb. Lower your back knee down. Bring your hands to your left knee and start to upright yourself, but draw that energy up. This is called using your core. In yoga, we call it using your bandhas. Take your right arm up from the lift through the pelvis and your lower belly. Then bring your right hand down, back down onto the mat. Curl your back toes, lift your back knee. Use your left hand to keep your spine lengthening. And then as you press with the left hand, start to turn your ribs. The back ribs turn down. You know this from twist day. Take your left arm up. Bring your left hand back down. Set up your back heel. So now make sure that that foot's angled in enough. Reach into the back heel. Reach your heart forward. Firm your hips into the back heel. And come straight up through the midline. Now cross the other thumb over, and as you cross your thumbs, pull in opposite directions, but then lengthen your inner elbow so you see how strong and straight her arms are. Lift up from the front of the pelvis, lift out of your lower back, reach into your back heel, keep going up, 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 and then see if you can let your left thigh sink a little deeper. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Now we're going to do that chaturanga push-up. So you can do it with knees down. If you're working on building strength, that's okay, knees down. Otherwise, with legs straight, lower slowly, just to elbow height, pause, and then lift back up. Downward facing dog, stretch back. Look in between your hands. Walk your feet all the way forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, find a flat back, get length. Exhale, fold forward. Now sit your hips back like you're sitting onto a little chair with your fingertips down. Hold there. As you drop the tailbone down, scoop up the front of your pelvis, your lower belly, and then come up, raise your arms up, but keep your butt down in that chair. Then join the palms together, look up, and fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale into a flat back, elongate your spine. Step back one leg at a time into plank pose. Look how bad you're gonna get hit. Shift forward and lower slowly to elbow height, knees down or not is your call. Lift back up into plank pose. Good, stretch back into down dog. So I really recommend doing those with knees down unless you're like good at push-ups already as you're building upper body strength. Step your right foot up by your right thumb. Warrior one, set up your back foot. Inhale, come up. Now you know how to do it. This time without the thumbs crossed, just raise the arms up. Bring your hands back down. Step back to plank pose. Hold in your plank. Glide back into downward dog. Step your left foot up by your left thumb. Set up your back foot. Hold there. Then inhale, come up strong through the midline. Hands back down to the mat. Step back into a plank position. Hold in the plank or do an optional chaturanga push-up, knees down or not. And back into downward dog. That was a good hold. All right. Now from downward dog, step your right foot for warrior one. Inhale, come back up again. And open up to your side for warrior two. So just a little review, rotating your right thigh out in the socket so that your knee tracks in line with your second, third toe, right over your ankle. Extended side angle. Put your hand down onto the outside of your foot. Take your left arm over. Reconnect from your hips into your back heel. Lift up from your navel, up into your heart. Press down into your feet. Inhale, come back up. Then flip your right palm up to the sky and reach up. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Step back into a plank position. Slow and controlled. Stretch back into downward facing dog. Step your left foot, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Open up to your side, warrior two. Spin your left thigh out so that your knee is tracking in line with your second and third toe. Grow tall through the length of your back leg. Chest open, arms strong, energize the arms. Then place your hand down onto the outside of your foot. Stretch your right arm all the way over. Spin your left outer hip towards your back heel. And as you reach through the back heel, navel up to the heart, raise the arm up. That arm is doing the same external rotation that we practiced at the beginning in downward dog. Grow your line of energy from your back ankle all the way up through your fingertips. Press into your feet, come back up into warrior two. Flip your palm up, reverse warrior. Hands to the mat, step back, plank pose. Stretch back into downward dog. Then inhale into a plank position again. Come into plank on your elbows. Bring your feet together and then roll onto the outside edge of your left foot and take your right arm up. Now you can angle that left forearm in as much as you need to protect your shoulder. If it's too much on your shoulder with all that body weight, just tap your left knee down to the ground. Slowly with control, change sides. Lower your right elbow down. Take your left arm up. Remember, you don't have to be a hero. If you're feeling any pain, you just have to modify. You drop the knee down, whatever. Slowly bring the left elbow back down. Hold here for 5 breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1.5. Okay, slowly lower your hips down to the floor. All right, so when we go into extension, there's a tendency for us to hinge from the weakest link in our back. Often it's somewhere here in the lumbar, L5-S1, or just above there. But you can see that Stacy's got this nice smooth curve with her elbows right underneath her shoulders. For some of us at home, we might need to take the elbows forward to get the feeling like there can be a nice even curve. So look for that sensation, even if you need to take the elbows way forward, even cross the arms because your lower back is so pinchy. Then, same actions that we practice. You press through the feet, inner thighs up, Lift up from the front of the pelvis and reach the hips and buttocks to the heels. Okay, now elbows back underneath your shoulders, curl your toes under, lift your knees, hips up. And then clasp your hands, and we're going to come into down dog on the elbows. So start to walk the feet in and pull the hips straight up towards the ceiling. Rotate your outer shoulders back and down towards the floor. Feel the shoulder blades broad on your back, the inner blades up. And now, as you lift your hips up higher and higher, raise your right leg up. Try not to sink the hips. Change legs, raise the left leg up. Lower that leg slowly with control. Then set your knees down and sit back into child's pose. Just rest in child's now. Then come back up onto your hands and your knees. And stretch back into downward facing dog. All right, from here we're going to do a little quad stretch and then we'll come into our back bends. So step your right foot up by your right thumb and drop your back knee down. So as you hold in this low lunge, you could come up onto fingertips or blocks, whatever helps you in the stretch. And then if you're feeling like on a scale of 1 to 10, you got like a 5 or a 6 even, you're at a good amount of stretch, you can just hang out here. If you're not feeling much stretch in your left hip or quads, then you could bend your left knee and reach back with your hand to grab a hold of your foot. But this is a requirement for many quads, especially people who are brand new to yoga. Just hanging out in the low lunge and propping the hands up with blocks is a great stretch. Then release that and change legs. So remember, you can hang out with the hands down or come up onto the blocks or reach back with your hand for your foot. All right, then release their foot if you're holding your foot and lie down onto your belly. Back onto the belly. Clasp your hands behind your back and expand the chest. Stretch your arms back, but let's look at that movement again that Stacy did. Bend your elbows again, Stacy. So she pauses here for a moment. Before she goes to stretch her arms back, she brings the blades onto the back and turns the elbows up. Many of us at home will need a space between the hands to make that happen, like a strap or a towel or a t-shirt. Okay, and then she's going to try to stretch the hands back, keeping the blades on the back. All the same work with the legs and the pelvis. It should make it a full body pose, and it should be a challenge to really do this well. Turning on, finding length, finding space. Then the last part, could you lift your head chest up, still keeping the blades on the back, those arms engaged. Oh look, she's even taking the hands a little apart so she can get that width to get the shoulders to rotate. And then very last part, lift the feet up an inch. Scoop up your pelvic contents up to your chest. Firm your hips, buttocks towards your feet. Good, get as long as you can. I don't care how high up you come, just get longer. And then slowly lower yourself down. Okay, now bend both knees and see if you can catch your feet or your ankles. Now for really tight quads, this is going to be difficult. So instead, you're just going to hold with the knees bent like in this position and just clasp your hands or your towel again. Otherwise, if you can bring the feet close and grab grab a hold. And then for the first part, I just want you to bring your heels towards your buttock. So you're going to get this deep quad stretch, and then scoop your pelvic contents up. Firm your buttocks. And then part 2, stretch the shins back, and then roll the chest forward and up. Keep releasing the groins up, firming the buttocks down. Roll your heart open. Slowly with control, lower back down. Plant your hands by your side ribs, and then roll up into upward facing dog. So in up dog, we're going to try to keep taking that energy from the lower back so you're not doing the disc dump asana. That's not a good asana for your body. Scoop up the pelvic contents up, reach the buttocks into the heels, and then roll the skin, like from your center of your chest, roll it up to the sky, and roll the skin of the shoulders up and over, skin of the chest up and over the shoulders, down the back. Last part, lean your head back an inch, and then lower yourself back down. Oh my gosh. Press up strong into your plank, and hold in your plank. Engage your core. Stretch back into downward facing dog. All right, then come into a seated position. Dandasana, sit with your legs stretched out in front of you. Put your hands next to your hips, and let me see if you can just sit up straight and tall. This is a really important exercise. You'd think like, oh, it's kind of boring just sitting with my legs straight, but super important for your core strength and connection with your legs. You're teaching your legs to lengthen, your hamstrings to lengthen, while keeping your lower back totally upright. Now see if you can maintain that and raise your arms up. Now imagine that I had ropes hanging from the ceiling and you're being pulled up to your lower back. Or you could go back into one of your past lives when it was during the Spanish Inquisition and they were trying to figure out what was exactly was going on. Are you a witch? Just admit they're hanging you from the ceiling or something like that. Is that what they were doing in the Spanish Inquisition? Or was that about if you were Muslim? I don't remember exactly. That is history. Okay, lift up like you're hanging. Confess. And then bring your fingertips back down next to your hips. Lean your torso back halfway, still keeping that feeling of being decompressed, tortured. And then slide your knees towards you. Lift your feet up. Yeah, all of yoga should be painful and torture. Now, take your arms forward. And slowly round your sacrum lower back onto the floor. Hold there. Abs stay in. Come back up into boat pose. Reverse plank. Put your feet down, hands a foot behind you. Lift your heart up. Roll your shoulders open. Lift up. Pull your heart up, roll your shoulders back, and then lift from your outer hips. Lower your butt back down. One more round. Come into boat pose. Legs up, arms forward. Oh, show it for like a normal person. Okay, it's just Stacy's so good at yoga. She just does the crazy stuff automatically. Then lower slowly into low boat pose. Come back up. And then set your feet down, hands a foot behind you. Roll your shoulders back, lift your heart up, and then lift your hips up. Good. Lower your butt back down. And sit with your legs stretched straight out again. Find that Dandasana position. Inhale your arms up. And then reach for your feet. Exhale. Lie down onto your back for final spinal twist. Hug your right knee into your chest. Open your right arm out to the side. And twist. Take your knee over to the left. Back to center. Change sides. Hug your left knee in. And twist. Back to center. Stretch your legs out for Savasana. Turn your palms up. Let your feet fall open. Just let your body relax on the mat. Then gently bend your knees. Roll over to your right side. And press yourself up to seated. Join your palms together. Namaste. All right, thank you so much. Hey, take a moment, and I would appreciate if you did this on each of the videos that you watched during the challenge. If you just hit the like button at the beginning or at the end, whenever. And that's it. I hope if you enjoyed the practice and things are going well, let me know for you. You're still with it, let me know. And second, if you have any questions about any of the stuff that we worked on, drop it below. Love hearing from you, love connecting with you. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Oh, and by the way, follow Stacy on the Instagram. You can find her at Stagibs, Stagibs. 2 B's or one? One. All right. See you guys.